one in front of us and one on the right. You can probably see them on the right and the one more to us.
Okay, you can't see.
Oh yeah, I see.
Start getting close.
They're approximately 50 feet long, and they were sunk for recreational diving. But what happened was that these guys decided to tumble down the reef, and basically they stopped at this area. So it's still doable to dive, but it's more touch and go at these times. You're way beyond your 100
Oh, they didn't
feet.
mean for them to go this low?
No, the initial depth was like 180 to 100 feet, I think.
And then they started rolling down.
And then they weren't positioned well, because they just lowered him. It was like 20, 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're talking about a whole different set of equipment they had back then. So basically they tumbled down to this stuff, which is now a perfect object for us.
Yeah.
So we're not complaining. And there should be a couple of lionfish also on these reefs. And the interesting thing is that we're going to try and get our guests like you guys involved in our lionfish hunt, because a lot of researchers have expressed their interest to keep track of how deep we see them and how many we see at which area, because we're the only ones in the world right now who can actually track them beyond deep depth scuba dive depths.
Oh, okay.
So we've got interest from the Smithsonian Institute, but also from Venezuela, a couple of researchers who have asked us to keep track of these things.
Report back how deep.
Yeah, exactly.
How deep have you seen them?
The deepest we've seen was on a dive last week, which is 420 feet, which is pretty deep. Just imagine, if they're at those depths, they can reproduce, do whatever they want, come to shallower depths, find their food, and go back down. So it's a pretty interesting fish, because traveling all the way from Florida up to here, I think it has how do you say, it's pretty sturdy is not the right word, but
like they just last forever.
They have a pretty good immune system, I think. There should be a couple on this boat as well. There should also be a big green mooring. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Inside the boat.
And I think
outside the window. You see that window of the boat?
I think there's one right there inside the window.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Yep.
I think there's one right there.
You're right. There's one more over there. Yep. There you go. So basically they have, free for all over here. There's no divers who's going to disturb them on this area. So they can lay their eggs, get their food. Yeah, these ships are completely overgrown with coral. Look at these two corals, how they've grown on the ship.
It's been there for 20 years, 20 plus years, you said?
20, I think exactly right now, 22 years, if I'm not mistaken. They look like they're 50 feet long. Yes, go ahead.
We're looking on life support base.
please stand by.